Getting started with CadQuery on Linux. Before starting, make sure Python is installed. Most Linux distributions already include Python 3. You can check this by opening a terminal and typing Python 3 version. If you get a version number back, you are ready to continue. The first thing we are going to do is create a virtual environment for CadQuery. This keeps the CadQuery installation separate from the rest of the system, which dependency problems later. Open a terminal in your home folder and type Python 3-mvenv CadQuery. This creates a folder called CadQuery in your home directory. That folder contains a completely isolated Python environment. It is not a project folder for your models. It is just the environment that contains Python packages. Now move into that folder by typing cd CadQuery. Activate the environment by typing source bin/activate. Once activated, the terminal prompt changes slightly and shows the environment name at the beginning. That means any Python packages installed now will go into this isolated CadQuery environment instead of the system Python installation. Now install CadQuery itself by typing pip install CadQuery. This can take a little while because CadQuery pulls in fairly large geometry libraries underneath, including open cascade bindings. If you get an error at this point, paste the console output into an LLM. Once the installation finishes, the environment is ready. You only have to install CadQuery once. After this, the workflow is simply activating the environment whenever you want to work on 3D models. Now let us create a folder for actual geometry files. Close the terminal and make a folder for your 3D work where you want to save the files. Create a subdirectory called test for this tutorial. If you avoid spaces in the name, it will make things easier. Open a terminal and move into it by typing cd and then the path to the test folder. For instance, ~3d/test. Now activate the CadQuery environment from this folder by typing source ~CadQuery/bin/activate. That command works from anywhere because we're giving the full path to the environment. At this point, you are inside your 3D project folder, while Python is using the CadQuery environment. Now create a new file with a py ending, say test.py. You can use any editor you want. The default text editing program is perfectly fine for this. Now paste in the following code. Import CadQuery as CQ. Part equals open parenthesis CQ dot workplane open parenthesis, quote XY quote close parenthesis. Dot box open parenthesis 40,30,10 close parenthesis. Dot faces open parenthesis quote greater than Z quote close parenthesis. Dot workplane open parenthesis close parenthesis. Dot hole open parenthesis 8 close parenthesis. Close parenthesis. CQ dot exporters dot export open parenthesis part, comma quote test dot STL quote close parenthesis. Save the file. Now run it by typing python test.py. If everything is working correctly, you will not get an error in the console. You should now see both the Python file and the generated STL. You should see test.py and test.stl. The generated model is a rectangular block with a hole through the top. Now you can open the STL file in a viewer or slicer. If you use fstl, run fstl test.stl. You can install it with sudo apt install fstl. At this point, you already have a complete procedural CAD workflow running locally on Linux. CadQuery itself is just a Python library. Your geometry is literally just Python source code. That means a model can be as simple as a single Python file sitting beside its STL export. A typical lightweight workflow looks like this. You enter your 3D folder, activate the environment, edit the Python file, run it, inspect the STL, then repeat. cd~3d/test. Source ~CadQuery/bin/activate. Python test.py. You ask your favorite LLM for the code to gradually build your models.